Hi, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Blessed Sunday Flip. Today's another episode of Just Sharing, where we're going to be talking about let your hands bring you wealth. So people are seeing this. If you can hear me, say hi, say good morning in the comments below. Also tell me where you're watching from. Today we're talking about the verse in Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4. And as it says, Solomon wrote that proverb. He said, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. So that verse, if you read that verse, it's pretty simple, right? It's pretty self-explanatory. But let's try to dissect and take a closer look at the words that are used in this verse. So we have the first few words, lazy hands. Lazy hands make for poverty. And if you look at the New King James Version, it says, he who has a slack hand. Now, slack, we know the word slacker, right? Or slacking off. And a slacker is someone who avoids work, somebody who avoids effort. And we associate this with lazy people. When we think of lazy people, we have a picture of Juan Tamad. The story of Juan Tamad. He's lying underneath a tree. He's just staring out into the sky, and then waiting. He's just waiting for the apple to fall so that he can eat. So we usually think people who don't work, people who rely on their friends, people who rely on their family to feed them. They don't work. These are the slackers. These are the lazy people. And that definition is correct. That is correct. That's a lazy person. But another kind of slacker are people who avoid putting in the effort. What does that mean? And are you someone who avoids putting in the effort? Think about that. Let me explain a little bit here and how it relates to us. So when we see a lot of success stories in Flip, we have the interviews. We have so many interviews with successful people. We see people post their stories, people post their sharings on Flip, and it's very motivational. And we try to get people to work hard. And all the time we see comments like, oh, that's so inspiring. And people say, I like listening to these stories. These kind of stories keep me inspired. And it's good. It's good that you are inspired. That's really nice. But if you're inspired, but you don't put in effort and you don't put in action, nothing is going to happen. The inspiration you feel when you read or watch the success stories and the helpful posts that you read, they won't help you reach your goals. Those posts, those videos, they won't help you reach your goals. But do you know what will? So let's go back to Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4, as it says, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. So as it says there, it's not inspiration, it's not motivation that helps you reach your goals. It's not reading these Facebook posts or these blog posts or watching the interviews. According to Solomon, it's diligence. And diligence is defined as careful and persistent work or effort. Okay, so it's not just work, it's not just work. If you look at the definition, it's not effort, it's not work, but it's careful and persistent. All right, so take note of these words: careful and persistent work or effort, not just work, normal work, not just putting in effort, but careful and persistent work or effort. Sometimes we spend a lot of time in front of the computer, right? And so we look busy, we say, oh, we're working, don't bother me. Someone talks to us, we say, don't bother me, I'm working. But we're not always busy, right? And sometimes, and a lot of the times we feel inspired because, like I said, we watch the videos, we read the blog posts of people sharing their stories. But unless we put real work, unless we put careful and persistent work into our actions, then you're just slacking off. Even though you're in front of the computer, even though you're checking your emails, if you don't put careful and persistent work, then you're just slacking off. If you don't put in diligence, like I said, diligence, as it says in the verse. Those things won't bring you wealth. The inspiration, the reading, the even spending time working, if it's not careful and persistent work, it won't bring you wealth, or it won't bring you success. It won't help you reach your goals. Now, as a freelancer, you can show diligence in different ways. Like, you can submit careful, high quality proposals instead of just copy pasting your proposals and cover letters. You can be persistent in your learning instead of just, for those that are enrolled in the courses like the VA bootcamp, instead of just watching the videos and then clicking next and clicking next, maybe you can take notes. Maybe you can really practice on your own as well. Diligence, you can also show diligence by not giving up when you get rejected, when you fail, but it's continuously working, continuously putting in that effort. Now, a lot of you are going to tell me, that this message was inspiring, it helped you. But I don't just want this message to inspire you, but I also want it to help you become, to make you diligent, to make you put in that careful work, that effort, so that you can achieve your goals. No, today is Sunday. It's the beginning of the week, so it's a great time to start strong. Start the week right. Start last week. Maybe you made some mistakes last week. You weren't diligent last week, but this week, my challenge to you is this week: be diligent and start this week strong. Don't be a slacker. And have a blessed Sunday. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments, if you're going to be diligent this week. I want you to just comment below, type in the comments that you are going to be diligent, so that it's a reminder to yourself. It's you're going to proclaim it and make that reminder to yourself. Make that proclamation to not just to me, not just to everybody in Flip, but also to yourself, that you are going to be diligent this week. So go ahead, feel free to type in the comments below that you are going to be diligent. I want you to start the week right and be diligent. The diligent hands will bring you wealth. Don't be lazy, don't be a slacker, and be blessed, Flip. All right, bye guys.